Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your English grammar class for chapter 7, that is verbs, tense, revision. So, my dear students, in previous classes we have completed our topics, that was present and past. So now the turn is for future tense. So our today's topic is expressing the future. Yes. So what do you mean by future tense? Future tense means action which is coming up, or you can say that, or in simple language we can say that action yet to take place in the time that will come. Take three examples like I will cook tonight, I will cook tonight, this is a future tense. Again, I will be cooking at 7, this is also a future tense. Next, I will have cooked by 7 p.m. This is also again future tense. So what is the main difference between these three sentences? Yes, the differences here, the differences are according to the situations. According to the situation, and you can say that according to the situation we can divide future tense again in 4 categories. That are, have a look: simple future, future continuous, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous. So my dear students, firstly we should talk about simple future. So for simple future, again we will talk for all three situations, that is affirmative, negative and interrogative. So if we talk about simple tense, the simple future tense is used to express actions yet to take place, in the time that will come. Yes. So my dear students, for example, like I will cook, the first sentence which we took, that was yes, first sentence was I will cook tonight. Yes, I will cook tonight. This is a form of simple tense. Or have a look at structure: subject plus will plus shall plus verbs first form plus object. So if we go, there are some different uses also. So first use, actions. Actions decided at the moment of speech. Whenever we are talking, at that time, which actions are coming in our mind? In that situation, we use simple future, like I got hurt. I got hurt. I will see a doctor. I got hurt because the reason is that I got hurt. So what? So I will see a doctor. So this is the example of simple future, or you can say that actions decided at the moment of speech. This action, that I will see a doctor, this action is decided at that moment when I got hurt or when I am speaking. So now move on to the next form. Next situation is predictions. Predictions means guessing. Like for example, today weather is cloudy, so we can say that it will be, or you can just say that according to the weather forecast or something like that, it will be humid tomorrow. Why? Because I can guess that outside weather is a little bit sunny and sometimes it's raining also. So I can guess, I can show my prediction that it will be humid tomorrow, today, whatever it is. So in this situation we use simple future. So now just try to interchange the given sentences into affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative, or into interrogative, whatever the instructions are given. Take first example, like I will go to Agra. I will go to Agra. So here this is affirmative form. Now negative, I will not go to Agra. Why? Because for negative we need to use word not, where between will, shall, will and verbs first form. So now my dear students, again change it into interrogative form. interrogative, you need to start your sentence with word will or shall. Then put subject, then put was first form, then put object. Like will I, will he or she, will she go to Agra? Will she go to Agra? And with question mark. So it was example of simple future. Now move on to the future continuous. In the future continuous tense, continuous, as I earlier told you that continuous means work in progress. So we need to use verb ing form. This is sure. So verbs ing form. But this is a future tense, so we need to use word will or shall. But where? What is the location? So have a look. Subject plus will. Wait for here. Subject plus will plus ing plus object. So here you need to use word be. B-E-B for future continuous tense, where between will and verbs ing form. So the structure is subject plus will plus be plus verbs ing form plus object. So I will be going to Agra. I will be going to Agra. Now just try to change it into negative. Now again you need to add, you need to use word not. So here subject plus will plus not plus be plus verbs ing form plus object. So what is the location of not? Not is in between will and be. So subject plus will plus not plus be plus verbs ing form plus object. So I or she, whatever, she will not be going to Agra. Now change it into interrogative. For interrogative you have to start your sentence with will or shall. Will she not going to Agra? Will she not going to Agra? Why? Have a look. So here if we talk about this form, will she not going to Agra? This was the same as it is. Will she not be going to Agra? Now next one. Next is your future perfect tense. In the future perfect, if we talk about, yes, have a look. If we talk about future perfect tense, so for future perfect tense, we can say that the future perfect tense is used to express an action or event that started in the past, or you can say that it is starting now or will start sometime in the future and will also be completed at some future time. So my dear students, have a look. The structure is subject plus will plus have plus verbs third form, and if object is given then we have to use object, otherwise there is no use to put an object. So here have a look. We can say that I or she will have slept. She will have slept. She is a little girl. So so we can say that she will have slept. Now just try to change it into negative. So what is the structure? Structure is subject plus will plus not plus have plus verb third form. So now my dear students, bell is ringing, so just wait. Yes, start. So we can say that she will not have slept. She will not have slept. She will not in between will and have slept. This is a very common for negative. This is very easy. Just try to change it into interrogative. Just put your word will starting and end with question mark. So will she have slept? Question mark. Will she have will she have slept? Question mark. This is all about your future perfect tense. Now, let's talk about future perfect continuous. Yes, future perfect continuous. So in this situation, the difference is that as we used word being in earlier classes, the same way we will use being in again. Subject will plus have. You can have a look in your book also. Here in your book is given at the page number. Yes, at the page number 40. It has given. Have a look. So the future perfect continuous. You can take an example. They will have been living here for 3 years by September. Yes. So what is the structure according to the given sentence? Try to make a structure. Structure is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verbs ing form, and if object is given, then let's add object. So my dear students, here again, if you need to change it in negative, then just use word not. Where? What is the location of that? Between will and have. You need to just put the word not between will and have. So the structure is subject plus will plus not plus have plus been plus verbs ing form, and if object is given, then you have to there is need to put an object. Otherwise there is no use. Again, if we talk about interrogative form, then what is the interrogative? For interrogative, you just need to put this form. Start with will and end with question mark. Will, and what is the subject? Will, subject plus have plus been plus verbs ing form. Take an example. Take another example. If we talk about future, then sometimes future actions are also expressed by using. Sometimes, yes, this is true that sometimes we use simple future tense with the help of simple present or the present continuous form. So my dear students, here the example is they will have been living here for 3 years by September. So just here what is going on here, we looks back at an action from the point in the future. So this is all about your future tense. Just go for an exercise. Just try to do it by yourself. After that, when you will get manual, just do it in your notebook. At page number 41, question number D. Write your new year resolution. We all take some resolution at New Year. So here the task is that you have to write a new year resolution. New year resolution means this is the first, if it is the 1st January, then you have to plan. You have to, like I have told you about prediction, just plan something according to yourself for whole year. Then whole year what you will do. So that is called resolution. So here write your new year resolution by using the, yes, by using, obviously if we are going to talk about some future things, then we have to you have here used the verb in the form of future. So by using the future forms of the verbs in the bracket. In the bracket there are some verbs are given. So you need to use according to your future form. Here have a look. The new year. The new year will start. The new year will start tomorrow. I make a new start tomorrow. I will make a new start tomorrow. I dash live up to a few resolutions. I will live up to a new resolution. I dash keep my room clean. Always. I will keep my room clean always. Again, I dash take part in all school concerts this year. Take, so will take, this is very easy. I dash read, will read at least one book a month. I dash stop complaining about Wait, here, like, look here. I dash read at least one book a month. I will read at least one book a month. Yes, yes, my dear students, this is a very good habit. So just try to take it as a resolution in your life also. So reading books are very good thing, good habit, good activity. So just try to accept it in your life to groom yourself, to groom your lifestyle, and books are the best teachers also. So start again. So this is very easy exercise. Just you need to add will and according to the verb. So just write it in your notebook. Just have a look and just practice it. Not write, just practice it, and when you will get your manual, then write in your notebook. So that's all for today's class. That's it. Okay, thank you so much.